Alrighty, how'd it do? I do know. How'd it do, folks? Jade, Heartless, good to see you guys. How you doing? You made a list of topics to derail me? Well, Jade, I would normally call you an agent of chaos and say that's devious of you, but as we know, as we've seen with this playthrough, I clearly know everything about Dragon Age as a franchise, and it's not possible to derail me. Other than getting me yapping about, well, you know what? All right, I guess I just proved your point. Yes, I can't shut up about the game, so just get me talking about it, and there you go. That's you're hitting some low-hanging fruit at that point. It's too easy. It's too easy to get me discussing it. What you doing, pretty girl? How are you guys? What's up? How's your days going? How you doing, Heartless? Kitty cat, are you gonna be a pain? I think the stream, you want to talk about Jade trying to derail me. I think the stream may get derailed more by Luna. She's not happy because I'm not giving her, she's being picky. Unfortunately, both my cats have pretty bad allergies to almost every kind of meat under the sun. Horse meat is the one thing that they can handle pretty well, though. But unfortunately, that they also, like, their stomachs don't really handle certain brands too well. So it's been very limited on what I can feed them. And they've had, for the most part, just one brand that I've feed them consistently because they eat it. There's no allergy problems. There's no tummy issues. But like any, just like you and I, if they only get stuck eating one thing forever, they get really bored of it. And we had we did, little kitty cat. We had the food actually run out here, where it hasn't gotten back in stock much. But they still have other, like, horse related, like, basically like wet food pouches. Usually it's bothered their stomachs in the past. They've been still maybe a little reacting to it, but it hasn't been too bad. And now she's being adamant that she isn't going to eat the standard one because I still have like a few cans of that left. But she wants the new stuff. It's still a horse, but it tastes different because it's in, might have oil to it or something. And she's over here to be a pain in my butt because I haven't put that out for her today. She only has her old food, and she's like, no, I don't want to eat it. Will I wear wigs? You're running on coffee? I had my coffee earlier. Today's a good day. I'm not feeling as, I'm not as wrecked, sleep-wise as what I was the previous day, so I don't feel as desperately in need of coffee as I was the other day. Had mine this morning and I'm feeling good. Don't you go up there. Come here. Come here. Come on, Nuna. If I have a wig and it's, it's fitting or suits the occasion, yeah, I'll wear a wig. I used to have a fancy silly filter thingy that I used in a couple playthroughs. If you check out my Cyberpunk playlist, you'll see. And I don't think I used it all the time. I was like halfway through or something that I finally got that working. That was about as crazy a look as I could get at the time. I think there was also Wukong, when we did a playthrough of Wukong. God, that game was so good. Had a monkey filter there too. There's a couple of times we've done some silly stuff. When will I wear wigs? Like I said, when the occasion calls for it. Alright, these bounty hunter boys. Let me mess with Shell's tactics real quick, yeah? Pearl Rock. I like. Bellow Taunt. This is a little excessive. No. Hey. Don't be bad. I think she's gonna be problematic this stream, I can tell. Explode with energy, damage everybody. Yeah, so I think we can also, we'll keep this at 3. I think having that at 3 is big, and then we'll do burst. Stone Roar, though. Traxia of a single enemy. You know, the targeted taunt would be pretty good, too. That'll be a more manual thing that I do with her, though. Yeah. Wear the cat as a wig? Cat's got claws. I don't think she'd be too comfortable or happy on top of my head, so that just sounds like a recipe for disaster. I can put her on my shoulders. That's a little more comfortable for her. Luna. Come on now, girl. Luna cat. What you doing? Don't go up there. Oh, God. I'm telling you, this is going to be like 40% of the stream is me trying to deal with her. Don't do it. Luna. Luna. Yeah, I know you know. I can see you acknowledging it in your eyes. Being a punk. Worse than kids, man. You still need to play Wukong? I wasn't super impressed by it narratively or like the story, except for the last 10 minutes of that game. It's crazy. Especially if you think about Veilguard, right? Veilguard had the opposite, where it was fine. It was okay until we got towards the end, and then it shit the bed so hard and was so awful. Wukong's the opposite. Wukong was non-existent feeling, kind of like whatever story and flushing out the world around you in any way that felt like anything, except for the final like 10 minutes of that game. They brought it back in such a killer way. It was so cool to see the ending, the way that they did it. Come here. Look at this. Look at this troublemaker. This gremlin. This punk. You're a problem, cat. What, you're gonna take over? You officially gonna stream for me? That's what I need to do. I need to train you how to stream. You'll take off much faster than I will. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Stop stepping on my keyboard. Thank you. You're gonna be good? Of course you're not. When are you ever? When are you ever? Once you're not getting your way, then you make it everybody's problem. Alright. You really enjoyed Death Stranding? You finished 2 a couple months ago. I'm a big fan of Kojima. I love the Metal Gear games. I have not... Death Stranding is one of the games I want to play. I have yet to play it. And I heard 2 came out, and... well, shit. So we're kicking things off here immediately. We kick it off the proper way, which is... Fireball! Oh, you got me with a stun? Bastards. Try it again. Run it back. They're asleep though. Maybe I don't hit them since they're asleep, yeah? Okay. These boys. Go ahead and soften that up. Focus that mage again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why is it? Oh, that's the drain. My bad. Yeah. Enjoy some blood magic. So good. So good.
Feeling that for several days to come.
Yeah, Konami, I can't believe... Talk about a publisher and a company just being dumb. Having the golden goose that is the mad genius of Kojima. Not giving him everything he could ask for and want. and just riding the wave of making money from it. Stupid. Stupid of them. But they got to say, hey, Get Lost, we have, you know, technically we own your IP, so bye-bye. That's alright. They can have it. They ain't gonna be able to do shit with it. Not without him. Okay, dwarves. This would be nice where to have Sten, but... Hello, Tornus. I believe I have to have words with you, yes?
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me?
I'll see a lot of PT ideas in there. PT was the spooky demo, yeah? Yeah, I see they're remaking 3. No, that's coming out soon. I have little to no faith that they'll do anything good with it.
Oh? What was this about?
Because that's the thing that they do nowadays, right? If it's a remake, it's not a one-to-one copy with just a visual facelift, right? Which means they're going to change stuff, and if they change anything to that, they're going to ruin it. I have no doubt.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
Warden senses.
Death Stranding was supposed to be Silent Hill? Interesting.
Tingling. Less fighting, more dying.
Ow.
Blast you. No mercy.
10% cold damage. I know somebody that could benefit from that. Oh, you're saying, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I knew that. I knew PT was supposed to be Silent Hill. I don't know too much about Death Stranding, other than people were complaining about it being like a walking simulator or something. There's two, usually that's the thing, right? There's so many people that feel about Kojima games that they should just be movies. That they feel like one giant cutscene. I don't know if I entirely agree with that. It's 5% more, or I stack it. Her next level... that's not true. Her next level is probably going to be that everything becomes a crit. It's kind of crazy. Misdirection Hex is also pretty superb in general. All hits become misses and crits become normal hits. Probably have to throw that towards a rogue, right? Smacking a rogue with that would be pretty good. I guess I'll just give her a small bump, because she does do spirit damage with other things here. She has more spirit damage than what she has cold, so yeah, we'll keep the spirit damage for now. Good. Can't explain the game without spoiling it. It's a game that you gotta experience. I appreciate that. That's definitely what I'd want to do. You haven't played the second, but the first was good. And also, that isn't an unfair criticism. Yeah, this is exactly why I will always give that man the benefit of the doubt, because I think he is a mad genius. Also, hi Delphin, how you doing? I do think...
Step right up,
I can see why it's not for everybody. But if you can buckle in, if you can just let him take you on a journey and experience the ride that is a Kojima game, you're in for a good time. It's always some crazy shit. And I love that. I love that he does that. So yeah, I'll always give him the benefit of the doubt and be happy to try any of his projects. It's a slow burner start in the first game, just push through and it gets better. I'm fine with that. Again, I believe that man will stick the landing every time. Yeah, it can certainly be rough. Like, look at what's the Metal Gear, everyone? It's 4, right? It's Guns of the Patriots. Everyone gives that game so much shit because they talk about it being boring in the first half and then too much of just being one giant cutscene in a movie experience. But I think that game is such a love letter and a send-off to Metal Gear as a franchise from Kojima. I adore it. I very much enjoyed what that game was. But yeah, like I said, here we go. Tell me where that sword is.
Canary? I'm afraid I don't know the word.
I don't know the word. Yeah, the people you looted by Lake Calenhad.
Oh, them. Well, I have a few shields here. I had one sword, but I sold it already.
Which Metal Gear is insane? Answer, all. There's varying degrees of insane. I guess, well, when you have the full picture, yes. But then once you start going down the rabbit hole, the rabbit hole is when it really starts to get wild with that franchise. I love it. I adore it. Yeah, just the one.
There weren't that many giants to begin with. A couple of them had shattered their weapons, and most of the other blades were hung up in bodies so bad I couldn't get them free. There was only one
Norman didn't.
blade
You never got the
lost.
plot to stick. That doesn't surprise me. If it's one of those things where you have to, and I feel like all of his games kind of are, you have to submerge yourself into it entirely. And unless you get the full picture, you're missing something, which doesn't really let you really digest it properly, is the thing. Which I guess is what loses a lot of people when it comes to his stuff, right? Yeah. You can't remember? Well, I'm curious about, you say I solved this for Sten. I actually sequence broke, and I hope it doesn't bork his quest entirely. I already did the part where the person he says he sold the blade to, I already spoke with him, and the game let me process it as if I was already doing that part. And I got the key, but I wasn't able to interact with the chest. So I'm worried we may have broken Sten's quest. We'll see. We'll see. I hope it's not the case. The Metal Gear franchise, I did say I was going to do it on stream eventually, as another one of the games that we eventually have to get to. I've never played Metal Gear Revengeance, and I've had a number of people tell me I really, really should, and that it would be good. It would be good as a stream game. I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up and fill in the gap, because I'm pretty sure that's the only Metal Gear I've actually missed on playing. I feel like I've done all the other ones, if memory serves. Who'd you sell it to?
A collector. I can't go telling you all about my paying customers. One, it's not ethical, and two,
It's not
bad for
ethical.
business. A lot of my customers are sensitive types. They don't want their personal business related to every stranger who happens along.
You've never played Twin Snakes? It's just a remake of Metal Gear Solid 2, but yeah, it's really good. What is it that people complained about it? There was something that, die-hard fans were nitpicking about it. Overall, I think it was phenomenal. I love Twin Snakes. Big fan, for sure. Yeah, tell me, or the original owner is going to know where you are.
If I'd known he was still breathing, I would have used a knife. I mean, I'd have been more careful.
I did use the knife. Where's the sword now?
Redcliffe. The guy who bought it lives in Redcliffe. He's a collector. A dwarf named Dwyn, I think.
Yeah, see, we
Don't
already
want any
confronted
trouble.
Dwyn.
If you see that giant, tell him I don't have it, would you? I don't, I swear.
I might be willing to keep quiet for 3 sovereigns.
3? I call it highway robbery, but I'd be smearing the good name of highwaymen everywhere. Fine. Here's your blood money.
Hell yeah.
Take it and go.
You've really liked Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk got to a good spot after the 2.0 update. I had a lot of fun playing. I played Cyberpunk on stream. Oh yeah, I guess you already know that. I just mentioned the playlist of it. Yeah, I played it on stream and I got all the way. I did the expansion.
That the Swamp Witch and the Grey Warden are intimate,
I am
Intimate.
hoping that is not a reference to Alistair.
because it believes I am an oblivious moron.
Anything is possible. As to the original question, is there a reason you ask?
I'm simply curious as to whether or not it bewitched the Grey Warden.
I have no need to force anything from men.
Oh, my apologies then. I was about to offer my congratulations for a task accomplished.
And not intended as a backhanded compliment at all, yes?
Not at all. I'm the soul of politeness.
These two. Alright. Yeah, but I played Cyberpunk up to the point. That's another one I want to go back to, because I want to finalize my run. I really want to see the new Adam Smasher. Like, they changed him up with 2.0 or something, right? We beat the expansion, and then I kind of let the playthrough rest at that point. But we definitely got to go back, and I need to finish out the main story, because it's pretty much just the main story left, with a couple of... I think there's only a handful of side quests that pop up, since I did everything in the overworld. Yeah, Cyberpunk was a treat. That game was fun. Much like The Witcher 3, it had to have a little more time in the oven to really reach the proper spot for it to get to, but once it did, ooh baby. Howdy, Shawnee, how you doing? I've been meaning to finally get to Cyberpunk. It's fun. It really is. There is something a little, I guess this is, it's going to be by person's bias. Your experience will differ from my own. But there is a degree, in my opinion, of friction initially. Like, you do have to, be in the right mind space for that game. If you can let yourself be part of it and get into the world setting, then you'll have a good time. But if you struggle to do that and you don't stick through it until it does click, it can certainly be something maybe a little, funky, we'll say.
What can I do for you?
Can't wait for the weekend? Heck yeah. You and me both. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird having 4 days off. I'd say I don't know what I'd be doing with myself, but I'd be lying. I'm eagerly waiting for the postman to show up, because I got a overly, stupidly expensive board game coming. Want to get stuff set up, be able to have people come over and have fun with that. It's gonna be a good time, I hope. Yeah, I played it with all the bells and whistles, and it is a pretty heavy game, for sure, like, hardware-wise. You play the first 45 minutes 3 times. So have you experienced that then, Delphin? Have you had has it bounced you off each time because you didn't get it didn't click with you? Or was it other stuff? I really do think that game has a bit of a speed bump for the initial getting the feel and flow of things. But you just got to get through it. You just got to get through that initial hump, and if you can, it's genuinely... I think the thing that makes Cyberpunk actually really great to experience and it's kind of a shame because this is the only thing that makes it special narratively, is Johnny Silverhand. Otherwise, it's like they're not really... They do a good job of, you know, presenting world building and setting the stage, dressing around you, but what you experience directly as a character, there's not a ton of crazy stuff or special stuff except for Silverhand. But the things you do get with him, oh man, it does become... It does get to a point. It takes a while. It's, again, another slow burn, right? It does take a while, but when it does get there, and what you can get interaction-wise from that character with your main character, ooh, baby, it's a good time. And then also the expansion is just like the expansion is just like a sci-fi super sleuth action movie. They did the expansion really, really well. Playing for the devil ending this time. Yeah, don't talk to me about old Takamura. I feel for him. I really do. Yeah, it doesn't grab you initially. I agree very much with that. Alan Wake 2 for the 7th time. Understandable. I don't think that's a terrible choice.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Good day. You dislike Johnny at first, and then at the end you loved him. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what makes that game, the experience of that game, narratively special. Is they do a really good job of getting you to come around on... I mean, he's still, honestly, he's still not that great a guy, really, if you think about it. But talk about coming around to, and this is another layer to what makes it so good. Talk about coming around to loving a fallible human, even though he's not even that technically, right? It really does push you to the point of defining a soul. And man, that's pretty darn poignant. That's pretty darn poignant for a game about a cyber dystopia and the questioning of humanity and what it is. They may have been onto something there.
I've told you what I know. If you'll excuse me, I've had quite enough stress over this.
I was actually just hoping to see your wares.
Certainly.
Now that you gave me that 3 gold, do you got anything I can spend it on? +1 armor. Something, kinda. Knight Commander's Plate. That's a whole lot of spell resistance right there. Yeah, but that's the problem. I totally get that though, Delphin, right? There are a fair number of those games where the opening segment is kind of rough. And then if you can stick with it, sure, it smooths out. But if you play those back to back, that fatigue genuinely sets in. Like, you really start to feel that. It doesn't feel good. For sure. Portrait of a Goose Girl. +10 damage to Darkspawn. We are about to go into the deep roads. Greater Lyrium's tempting. A little excessive. Yeah, well, I don't think I really want or need to buy anything from him. Let's see. Kind of want to get rid of these. 5%'s not that much. Screw it. Be hard to get rid of anything else, though. Alright. If I play the tabletop too, I'll see that Johnny's a bit inconsistent. Yeah.
You know what the Regent reminds me of, the way he's acting?
It's always...
The old Legion.
I mean, this is the thing. How much did they change? Because when you're making a video game, and the source material, and then what you do narratively, writing-wise for the characters, it has to be a little more... You have to be flexible to the way that, is it going to be accurate in lore still, or is it something they did just to be able to deliver a better experience with the game? And I feel like unless you get a direct confirmation from the devs, I tend to lean more towards they did it just to be able to make the best, you know, product that they could for a consumer.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Yeah, letting it cook. Letting it cook is a big thing.
Trade with other
but it's just, it's also...
We surfacers are
it is part of game design to think about that initial feeling, right? That initial feeling of a game matters. And making it feel good, or having a good hook,
maybe it'll change by the time
should be something they strive to achieve at least, or smooth it out as much as they can. Ignoring it entirely just to be like, well, look, if you can just stick with it, we promise you it'll be a grand payoff. That's like Final Fantasy, the MMO. I think it's like 14 or something. So many people rave about it like it's the greatest thing to grace existence if you can just get through the first 60 hours. I'm like, are you shitting me? The first 60 hours? That has to be the worst pitch or sell on anything. It's like, yeah, we know. But you just gotta trust. You gotta believe. Like, man, I already suffer to put in, you know, 2 hours towards a thing if I'm not enjoying it. Imagine that, 60 hours of a slog. Ugh.
Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
Alright, I guess we just... I mean... I could go in.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Yeah, why are you all retreating?
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endrei Dukan returned to the Stone Knot 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I'm a Grey Warden, and I got a piece of paper that says y'all gotta help.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Get bent. Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
Coward. Coward!
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
A trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
Oh, you know, That's a welcome change of pace. Now this takes me right back. Ah, nope. I was hoping it would take me to the world map. Oh, I can do that though, right? I just freely travel. I want to jump back to Redcliffe. Yeah, I can. Damn, game, how convenient. I thought I'd have to run back to the edge of the map to get out. Oh. The elves are doing battle with the Darkspawn, you don't say. Fireball! And y'all can also enjoy a little bit of Inferno. As a treat. Also, that Shriek is in the back line, literally eating them elves. Good luck, boys. Whoa. Shale, you better do something with yourself.
Come, you can do better than that.
Let's make this quick.
No! No! Damn you, EA. Alright, well. There's our first crash in a while. That's unfortunate. Hopefully that's not not gonna be a trend. I hope. Yeah, I know, Luna. I feel the same. Come on. Come on now. Algren also voiced Vincent Valentine in Dirge of Cerberus. Is it not the other way around? Which one came first? Maybe Dragon Age did come before Dirge. See what happens if I hit resume. Where's it gonna throw me out at? Hey, that's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. Yep. I'd rather not hit Shale just because Shale seems much squishier than they should be. Fireball! Excessive. Excessive if I did that. You, on the other hand. Correct. Actually save any of the elves? Saved one. One too many if you ask me. Ugh. Elves. Elves. Alright. Get rid of these barricades. Blocked? Embarrassing. Somebody better have a little bit of money, some meaningful loot out of these Darkspawn. There we go. Not much. Something though. On
it.
Soul rot coating. Interesting. Alright, well. Back to Redcliffe we go. I should also, yeah, can I do this from here? I'm pretty sure I can.
Pigeon crap.
Yes.
Hang out there. Sten, let's go get your sword. This is a big moment for you, Sten. Assuming this works, I'm very worried that we sequence broke it and we're not going to be able to complete the quest. I hope that's not the case. Yeah. Time will tell. Also check the Chantry board real quick. Ah.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Truly. 3 sovereigns? Take it. Sir, you got anything? Nope. Let's go swing over to the mages real quick. I don't think I have anything to turn in to them, but doesn't hurt to check. Looks like a whole lot of note. And I'm sure they don't have more quests. Yeah. Alright. Alright, Esten, here's hoping. Otherwise, you will forever remain not actually Kunari anymore, I guess. Let's pop in here. Dwin! I've returned. Hey, look at that, it did work. Sten sword. Though its blade shows nicks from numerous battles, it has obviously been well looked after. Better have been. Well, at least it didn't break the quest entirely, you know? Alright, Sten. I got something for you, sir. It's amazing it didn't just, like, strangle me to take it from my hands immediately. Where's that? Hey, Sten. Enjoy.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
You're welcome.
I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Look at that smugness, that smirk on his face. I think we'd be better off without you, actually. Leave. Kidding me? This man's wearing my Juggernaut plate. Hell yeah, Sten.
Then lead the way.
That man is officially on the team. Holy. Where's that put you at? 98? 44 strength? Buff. Buff. Yeah. I love how you got... Oh, they even tell you the total percentage complete. Man, this game is so ahead of its time. I've spent roughly the amount of money that it would cost to buy that that staff that I want. Alright. Alright. We can actually... We're gonna keep our party because we're gonna need to run... Blah, 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 blah. We need to run back to camp just to clear Morgan's wound. And then we'll pop back out of camp and head over to Orzammar again. Oh. Which means I can just do this. Forgot that's the thing. Alright, we popped in. Now we pop out.
Indeed, indeed.
Yes.
I think I really want to have Oghren for the deep roads. Which means I should have, yeah, while I was back at camp, I should go back already, but let's make some progress. Let's get into Orzammar proper. I should have grabbed the gift from Bodan. Able to throw it at Oghren immediately. That's fine. I need to decide on who. I guess Morgan, right? Morgan is kind of the flex spot since I'm a mage myself. Man, she's handy though. She's got some very, very useful spells that I do not.
If there is anything complimentary to be said about these people, 'tis that they possess a remarkable facility for carving stone.
True.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Holy shit. I will disown you so quickly. The Paragons. As I studied among the dwarves, I became aware that their social system was as rigid as the stone that surrounded them. From the lowest servant to the king of Orzammar, each dwarf has a caste, a rigid social standing, which dictates what he may do and how he may do it. What fascinated me then was that the dwarves, stubborn and proud as they may be, have built in a way for even the lowliest dwarf to bypass the caste system and reach prominence. Any dwarf who has made an achievement of significance can be named Paragon, elevating that dwarf above all others. To become a Paragon is to be recognized as, essentially, a living ancestor. Your words are considered ineffable, and the dwarves liken you unto a god. Your family, those you choose to ascend with you, become the founders of a new line of nobility. Indeed, every existing noble house among the dwarves traces its line back to a founding Paragon. It is a rare thing, however. In my visit, I learned that only one Paragon has been elected in generations, the smith Branka, exalted for her discovery of smokeless coal. I met the Paragon Branka only once during my stay, and I consider it an odd occasion indeed. Surrounded by those of her house, this ill-tempered woman was draped in the finest clothing and jewelry, and was obviously revered even above the highest nobles, perhaps above even the king. Yet she seemed to enjoy none of it. The burden of being a living legend is great, it appears. Statues of the Paragons are found throughout Orzammar, though nowhere so prominently than in the Hall of Heroes, through which one passes on entering from the surface. It is a breathtaking sight to behold, great works of stone all seeming to hold up the ceiling above. It is meant to impress upon visitors to Orzammar of all who have gone before, I think. It is also meant to remind dwarves going to the surface, and thus abandoning their brethren forever, of all they are leaving behind. So Algren's a princess? Maybe that's up to Algren. The explanation of Paragons.
Show some pity for a poor old man.
Nope. I'm a blood mage, sir.
Bread? Please, sir. Just a bit of bread.
I'm not.
Please, sir.
Guess
Just
not.
a bit of bread.
I got no bread.
As you wish.
More Kodak shenanigans. Yeah. All the same. Alright.
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
What do you believe happens to you after you die, then? Nothing?
I do not go to sit by the Maker's side, if that's what you mean.
Only those who are worthy are brought to the Maker's side. So many other sad souls are left to wander in the void, hopeless and forever lost.
And what evidence of this have you? I see only spirits, no wandering ghosts of wicked disbelievers.
It must be so sad to look forward to nothing, to feel no love and seek no reward in the afterlife.
Yes, the anguish tears at me so. You have seen through me to my sad, sad core.
Now you're simply mocking me.
You notice? It appears your perceptive powers know no bounds.
Damn, Morgan. Rude as shit. While your concerns have merit, the Assembly has made itself clear. Space within the Thag is at a premium, but the intended function of the hall merits the additional resources committed. The statues of the Paragons must be the core of the Hall of Heroes. There is no other placement that so benefits dwarven interests. It is the first glimpse that surface ambassadors have of Orzammar, an introduction not just to our living ancestors, but also to the stone from which we were born. They must see it shaped before they can understand the complexity of its raw form. The hall must also serve a second purpose, as a last sight for departing brethren. Those who choose to leave must do so with the heavy gaze of their ancestors at their backs. It is a reminder of duty and of consequence. We will promote all manner of trade, but also reinforce that those who leave for too long will return as strangers to the stone. Dwarves feel some kind of way.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You will not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Shit. That's one way to solve that, I suppose. Feeling lonely? Feeling lonely without calling?
Especially in front of outsiders. I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion.
Alright.
Pieta, surfacer.
Cap, that was nuts.
Hate to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
What about a little bit of blood magic, sir? Is that allowed? Yeah, look, Blight's coming, dude.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Also roasted. Yeah, can your city actually function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
Yeah. The proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Damn, dude, just you. He ain't holding back. Everyone's catching shots from this man. All right. Yeah, I'll get going.
Yes, you should.
Damn. The city of Orzammar. The dwarves are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the city of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outward from the royal palace, which is built around a natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both lights and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home to the noble caste, with their palaces fanning out in both directions from the court of the king, as well as the Shaperate, which serves as a repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway and where the finest works of Orzammar's craftsmen are for sale. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the commons by a causeway, are the Proving Grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces, fallen into disrepair, which the locals call Dust Town. Now home to the city's castles. On the other side of the river are the Deep Roads, which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely sealed off. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. Step foot into the armors real quick. Howdy, Jannar.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armors. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Hell yeah. You know anything about going on with this whole king situation?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses.
Smart man.
Lord Harrowmont's a fair man. My father did business with him. He always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
You skip the proving? I want to say it's optional. If I, again, this has been a hot minute. I want to say the proving's an optional thing to do. Or maybe it might depend if you align with Balin? That it pushes you over that way? I can't remember. It's been a hot minute. Went right to the Deep Rose to find Branka? Yeah. I want to say it's not something you have to do. Yeah, let me see what you're selling.
Keep in mind we also take items on trade.
The Rock Knocker. That is a good chunk of physical resistance, for sure. I mean, we definitely have... It's plain, but damn if it don't be high up there, tier-wise. Pretty mean stuff. Man, Dwarven Massive Armor is nuts. 19 armor. Alright, well, guess that's that. That can go. She's got a better bow. Might as well sell it. Oh yeah, Sala. I don't know if that's gonna compare to what he has though. Where you at, Stone? It's a pretty good sword, honestly, but it just doesn't compare to Usaris. If you got this early on, see, this is the weird thing about this game, pacing-wise. If you got Asala early on, it would far and beyond exceed pretty much anything else at the time. But now that we've done the sections we have, and that we have Usaris, we've definitely left this behind. Which is a shame, because plus 12 attack on the two-hander is significant. That's definitely a good sword. I really want to sell it. It should make Sten betray you immediately if you sell it, but I can't do that. I can't do that to my boy. We'll hold on to it. Just more to take up precious inventory space from me. Yeah. Alright. Good enough. That is a fun fact. I did not remember that fact. Indeed. In fact. Life in Orzammar. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Orzammar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that their whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are a people obsessed with honor, their own, and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns, because slights and insults often turn deadly. They are a people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously, in recognition of remarkable service. That was weird. Just to be on the safe side, yeah. Game wants to get fickle or finicky here in the deep roads.
Mothers keep him safe.
Hi, Filda.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
If it's the same house name, it's probably just a fun Easter egg, right? I wish... there has to be something. What is Shale's epilogue? What does Shale get up to and do? I feel like something in the back of my head says that she just goes back to the deep roads. It's like goes to smash Darkspawn or something. I hope it's not that though. I hope Shale actually, although it'd be a shame if they didn't do anything more with her, like cameos or tie-ins or something. I love the idea of Shale traveling around, being a golem with free will. What are you praying for?
My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
How the houses work with dwarves? Well, kind of how we've been describing it in the Codex here. Your house is extremely important because if somebody elevates to Paragon, your family elevates with you. Stays with Grey Warden depending on friendship? Is that the case? I mean, nobody stays with the Grey Warden if you follow Morrigan through the mirror, right? Well, except for Morrigan. But even then, she kinda... only for a time. If they're all relation or just who you choose? Well, your house... I think it is through relation... Unless the Paragon maybe has direct issue with a family member, because then they can disown them. But it says that when somebody achieves Paragon status, their family becomes noble. Like, they introduce and incorporate a new lineage of nobles, essentially. So, to a degree... yes, she does. Which doesn't make Oghren feel all too great. I'll leave you with a grief. Yeah, what happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
Actually, if I remember right, Oghren... Oh god, that's another one. That's another one that I can't recall. Isn't Oghren actually kind of into it to a degree or something? I don't know. I can't remember if I'm blurring a scene there or something. Dung-flinging maniac. Maybe in the future that might be a line we deliver. We shouldn't abandon him. He's got good blood, potentially.
How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
That's just what we do.
Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
I mean, I kinda have a golem with me. That counts for a company. By most people's standards. Legnar!
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
I think that's what I'm remembering. Is he starts to like he has his drunk thoughts about it and is imagining them, and then is like, you know what? I think I'm gonna head back to my tent. Yeah. The cartoon run back? Kinda. It would be very on brand for Algren. Yeah, you like Balin. Why you like Balin?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Some say he killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Very practical. What do you got in store?
Your gold. You're good for that.
Yes, I remember their back and forth. I feel like Zev intentionally likes to agitate that situation. I remember this. Yeah, Shadow of the Empire. Pretty good armor. Expensive, but not bad considering strength, dex, and stamina regen. Pretty mean. +2 cunning's also not bad. Let me see, Liliana. What do you have? She got mental resistance. I think the cunning's better. It's a smidge more armor and then mental resistance, which is also not bad, but I think the cunning is just going to help her out more than anything. Right? Because that scales with lethality. I would hope. Although, didn't I determine that? I'm pretty sure I determined it doesn't work with the bow. Unfortunately, it's only melee weapons. It's so dumb. Some sort of Antivian perversion. That's not... I mean, that's just kink shaming. It's not necessarily being homophobic. Just Algren's a kind of blue-collar feller. And working on the ground. Simple. Chance to avoid... it's mage only, though. Liliana. This armor is massive for her. That's a good bump. That's 5 more armor, as well as the raw stats. I just hate to spend the gold. I'm trying to save up for that staff. She is going to be on the team, though. Screw it. I'm going to buy it. That's good stuff for her. Plus, codex entry. The Crows of Antiva may be the most famous and most expensive of Thetis' assassins, but they are not the most active. That dubious honor belongs to the Shadows of the Emperor, the personal cadre of killers employed by the Throne of Orlais. Almost exclusively, the Shadows work against other noble families in Val Royale. No one knows who they are, not even the sitting Emperor, and some in the court dismiss them as only a myth. The assassins have slipped into aristocratic life working as palace servants, ladies-in-waiting, and, on one notorious occasion, the Chamberlain himself. This armor was made for use by the Shadows whenever the grand game should wander out of hand. Spooky. Spooky! She doesn't have 20 strength. Damn it! How much strength do you have? Okay. She's close to a level. She's close to the strength she needs. Yeah. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. She'll be using it soon. Brother Burkle.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Jesus, Jade. Truly a Dwarven Stallion, then. No, you want to talk about the Dwarven Stallion, that's obviously the Dwarven Inquisitor, and if you romance Iron Bull. I'm pretty sure there's there's some kind of craziness involved there. I didn't think dwarves believed in the Maker.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
She hates
and that
it.
is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
I will not help spread your lies. Yeah, look. Don't your people worship their ancestors or something?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
Stand by. Look, I think it's a factual statement. I've met Algren. I believe it. It's not, you know, being crass at all if it's the truth. Right? Yeah, good morning, Nala.
Time for a little drinky poo.
Girl.
Cheers, genitals.
I just drank, but alright. It definitely do be morning for you. How's the sleepy lady today? That's their religion. You shouldn't interfere.
You speak as if these people have deliberately chosen to reject the Maker, but most of them haven't even heard his name. How can they choose the path of enlightenment if they never learn that the path exists?
Shave your back and call you an elf? Once again, I ain't kink shame. We don't kink shame on this channel. I won't judge you if that's what you're into, Jade. And uninterrupted sleep for the first time this week? That is incredible to hear. See, for me, I'd be feeling good, but I'd also be feeling like it's a drop in the bucket. Like I would need about a month more to really start to bounce back. Up daycare? Talking about shaving. I'm gonna scare so many of you in the near future. It might be next week. Next week, I may pop on stream clean shaven, and none of you will be able to look at the screen. I'll probably never see y'all again. You'll just run away and be like, oh my god. Oh my god. So you've been forewarned. It won't be an entirely unexpected jump scare, but just don't ridicule me more than necessary. It's bad enough. I'm aware of it. Whose permission do you need? You think you can show everyone the way? Presumptuous fool. Very Bloodtusa line right there.
The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
You used to have a buzz cut, you feared nothing? It's different. Everyone talks about women and makeup, but you can look at a woman without makeup and still be like, man, it's not fair. Female form is just pretty. For a man, how many instances can you see where a man shaves, if you're used to him with a beard, the moment they clean shave, I've had people literally, I have a friend out here, literally could not maintain eye contact with me. I averted his gaze. Men have it worse. Men have it worse in that way. Females still get to be pretty without makeup. Men, you clean shave, and if you got like a baby face or something to you, ridiculed. Ridiculed and spat upon by society. Insulting. Suppress the... Yeah, exactly, Dolphin. That's all I ask. Your inner Ripley? Hell yeah. Then if I'm aware, then why? Because I can't risk... So, now you can make fun of me and call me a nerd, but I'm getting a tabletop in. It's totally Sana's fault. When you see Sana, roast him, not me. I'm getting a tabletop game here soon, and I plan on painting it, but it's a lot to paint, so I got an airbrush, and I'm going to be spraying primer I'm not going to risk my lungs, so I need to wear a respirator and not inhale anything. Like, I'm not going to inhale paint particles, basically. I don't want to do that. But in order to use those properly, you can't have a beard. It tells you it won't work if you got a beard. Doesn't, you won't have a seal then. So I got a clean shave. And I was really hoping, really hoping that I was going to get this delivered today. It's not looking promising, which means it's probably going to be coming Monday or Tuesday. If it comes Tuesday, then I can wait. I can probably spare you all the worst of it. But if it comes Monday, I'm going to clean shave. I'm going to get it all done by Tuesday. But by then, I come back to the stream, I am going to horrify the lot of you. I need a different hobby. Well, it's too late. I'm already about to, lose my home and live out of a cardboard box because I can't believe it, man. They call it the plastic crack for a reason. It is stupidly expensive. Stupidly expensive. I built myself a damn computer. This board game... it kills me. I don't want to think about it. It hurts my heart. I will never forgive Sana. Ever. Bastard. Alright, Shaper of Memories?
The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperate, Orzamar's record system.
So I do apologize ahead of time.
Historians, but
it's gonna spook y'all.
They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle,
I can't help it.
Or divorce.
The way just... Some of us look like we're 12, and we're doomed to be that way until we go to the grave, I guess. I got a nice dimple, though. For those of you that are dimple fans, you'll get to see that. My little butt chin. Hopefully that doesn't count as, nudity on Twitch. I get that, strong butt chin going. If I bump into the Shaper, yeah, I'll be sure to mention it.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
The chant in the deep. Yeah, I guess. Bloodtusa will spread the good word. Yes. You painted Warhammer before? Warhammer is...
I think I just stepped in something.
Desperately trying to avoid. I don't got that kind of money. I don't got the kind of money for the stuff I'm currently buying. But here I am doing it anyway. Whoa, shit. Fireball!
We'll get plenty for their...
Yeah, I see the Warhammer stuff. The amount of money it would take to do a full army, it's gotta be bad. Ouch. Don't stun me now.
You should...
On your guard! Have at you! Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Oh, that man straight up killed Morgan. I was too busy looking at chat. Shale, why didn't you pull aggro? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are the deep roads... Alright. That's the second time now. Am I even gonna make it to the deep roads? We have to drop the graphics if it's gonna keep doing this kind of crashing. That's not good. What a shame. It wasn't this bad before. Alright. Maybe we go to medium, yeah? Damn, Dragon Age, you struggling out there. The airbrush paint is just a cover-up? Yeah, it's primer. Oh, you're saying I want to look... I don't want to look like Solus. I'm not shaving. I'm keeping my hair, at least. I just gotta get rid of the beard. Yeah, but a memory issue's only, memory when it comes to computer stuff is, unless you've left your game on and you've never closed it, you've never restarted your computer, and you've just been playing it the whole time, if there's not an active memory leak, then memory crashes shouldn't happen without things going nuts, right? Like filling up and overloading it. But maybe that's what the issue is here with the graphics detail. Is it texture or graphics detail? Or both? Just put it all to medium. Let's put it all down to here, yeah? Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Kinda? Eh. There we not quite. Stop moving my window, game. That good? I think that's good. I believe I have the patch on still. Do I have to reapply it every time? I wouldn't think so. I thought it makes the file have the patch.
Why do the poor not rise up against their betters? This I never understood.
It looks fine. Now it looks a little closer to the OG for sure, but it still looks fine. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. There you go. Fireball! Ouch. Nah, I didn't delete it. Also, team, what are you doing? Yeah, come on, wake up. Oh shit. That's not good. Cheryl, get up.
Come and get it.
Damn, I got ganked. Less cunning, that's fine. You can't see the difference. I can see the difference, but it's not... It's honestly not as bad as I expected it to be. That's another thing, too. How much of the difference comes across on the stream platform, too? Yeah, maybe y'all don't see a difference then. It's right in front of me, so that's different than what's coming across the platform. But... the castless. What are you giving me a stink eye for? I bumped the table? Grumpy girl. The caste system in Orzammar includes many groups of privilege, the nobility and the warriors above all others, but to a lesser degree the merchants and the smiths and the miners. Tradition establishes a clear hierarchy. But as in any culture with an upper class, there is also a clear underclass. These unfortunates, the so-called casteless, are believed to be descendants of criminals and other undesirables. They have been looked down upon since Orzammar's foundation. They have taken up residence in a place called Dust Town, a crumbling ruin on the fringe of Orzammar's common areas. She is so grumpy. She wants her food. Sorry, cat, you got food. You need to finish what I gave you. I don't want that. I don't want that, Dad. Alright. Orzammar society considers these casteless lower than even the servant caste. Indeed, the casteless are not allowed to become servants, as it is too honorable a position. They are seen as little better than animals, their faces branded at birth to mark them as the bastard children of the kingdom. Their home district, little more than a slum, is a haven for crime, organized and otherwise. Orzammar's guards seemingly cannot be bothered to patrol its streets. The best that most casteless dwarves can hope for is a life at the whim of a local crime lord, ended abruptly by violence or an overabundance of toxic lichen ale. Even so, there is some hope for the casteless, a dangling rope that offers a way up into greater Orzammar society. Since a dwarf's caste is determined by the parent of the same sex, the male child of a nobleman is part of that noble's house and caste. Strangely, it is acceptable for casteless women to train in the arts of courtly romance to woo nobles and warriors. They are known as noble hunters. Any male born from such a union is considered a joyous event, considering the low rate of dwarven fertility. The mother and entire family are then taken in by the father's house, although they retain their caste. The dwarves we know on the surface are also considered casteless once they leave Orzammar, although this is only relevant to those who return, if they are allowed to return at all. Dwarves who leave for the surface, the sun-touched, as they're often called behind their backs, lose their connection to the stone and the favor of the ancestors, and thus are worthy of little more than pity, for upon dying they are said to be lost to the stone forever. Put that way, it seems a sad existence indeed. Crazy stuff. Just wondering, why does the team not fight at all? Not sure I understand. Musashi, how do you mean? Team Balin or Harrowmount? I tend to go Harrowmount, but again, I'm goody two-shoes like that. Howdy, Colin. And a Duke and Warrior playthrough is Kino. Yeah, I'm partial to Human Noble, but if I had to, my next pick is definitely Noble Dwarf for sure.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
He's a mean guy, but he cuts the crap. I guess, yeah, it's true. Like, he is intentionally, he's brutal. But it kind of, if you look at the bigger picture, right, it kind of is dependent on what you want to try and direct and do for the dwarves as a people. Do you think moving them in a more progressive, forward-oriented stance is the better thing? Or letting them maybe remain a little more traditionalist? I don't necessarily feel there's a right or wrong in that regard. Yeah, I agree. You know what? You should have been. I'm Bladusa. Pleased to meet you.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
Balin is more progressive? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's very, he is, even though he's ruthless and a little overly violent in a way, he is progressive in the sense of moving the dwarves to interact with the world at large further. Just have to hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
A fun random discussion. Howdy, Hawk. How you doing?
Well, look at that. It's not often Bethesda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
What about a generous kick in the face? Damn. Messed up. Buy yourself some food.
Well, thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you.
Friggin' peachy. What's wrong,
how
Hawk?
bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger.
What happened? Computer catch fire?
What takes you out of the diamond quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
Actually, I was just leaving. Where do I go to get drunk around here? Now we're talking. How'd you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Brutal, man. They do show the dwarves as, like, so brutal compared to the other races. Just got your internet back after 12 hours. Brutal. Trying to fix your sleep, very tired for it. Mr. Sacco shit on your ottoman, rug, and bed? Is Mr. Sako okay? That doesn't sound normal. What's a Carta?
Well, now I know you're not from here.
Are you okay, Hawk? That's a rough day.
Boys everywhere. They tell you and you jump because they're the
Nuts in
only
the head.
ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want.
I mean, it can be a sign of like health issues, you know? Tell me about Dust Town.
It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
Well, what do you mean by brand? I clearly can't tell. After lowering the graphics, hard to make it out.
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
When things are a little different because he's a jerk, sounds like he's just a sensitive soul. Cats do handle anything out of place or out of the routine or norm can be pretty jarring for a cat. Stressful, even.
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want. I'll
Good
just
talk.
stay out of your way then.
Good talk. Slum's house. Is the one the vet refused to give a shot because he was too nuts? Well, yeah, it proves my point. How's a cat react if they're like hyper super uncomfortable and afraid? They lash out. They get crazy. I think they have to go to violence to defend themselves. Scared kitty. I will defend Mr. Sako. I believe him. He's just a poor boy. He's just a poor boy, Hawk. Show him mercy.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes.
I mean, just laying on the couch shouldn't be enough to set him off, I would hope, but I don't. What do I know? Like I said, maybe Mr. Sako is a very delicate soul. Send him my way? It's a bit of a journey. Oh, 14 months? Loki, thank you, sir. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you for the 14-month resub, sir. Mighty kind. Hold on. What is this now? Show the Templars how to fight mages, bang Morgan, go to the forest, bang the elf chick, kill the flea bags, go back to Orzammar, work with Balin, go to the Deep Road, find... This is a full breakdown. This is a full breakdown on the process of operations that you should do as a noble dwarf, I suppose. Sail off into the sunset with Sten. Hilarious. There you are. That's certainly one way to go about it. So your journey truly ends. What you're telling me is by shanking Morgan and having her stumble backwards into the mirror and then sailing off into the sunset with Sten. You monster. You monster. Why doesn't your son's father help you?
Question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no!
Don't you dare.
I can't bear to even think of it!
Loki's too kind of an individual. Don't you dare try to bring the vengeance of Mr. Sako down upon him. If it was a dog, Loki would probably take it. The dwarves are pretty brutal. This is highlighted quite well as you get into Orzammar. I think... Is there ever a romance scene with a dwarf? Or is it not possible? can't be, because there's no way they rob you of romance scenes if you choose to play a dwarf. And I've had romance scenes as a dwarf, I feel. I think. I've had to have. Yeah, only if you play as a dwarf? Is that why I didn't get to romance Harding in Veilguard? What's your family want to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
It's pretty fucked. I know you can romance Harding, but do you get a romance scene? Do you bump uglies with Harding? Because I think if it's possible, talk about a more doomed run still. I tried to romance Harding. It went as far as it could until I told her to go and like divert the enemy forces, and then she died. But we had our last night before the big moment, and I figured that's when it would have happened, but nothing happened between us. You think it's a fade to black? Lame. Lame. What a cop-out. He kept going to his tent to get the approval. That was one way to get approval, for sure. Yeah, I'd say that up my approval rating. Mighty quick. Yeah, look. Why would your son be castless?
In Orzammar, lineage is traced through the child's same-sex parent. Had my baby been a girl, she would have been a minor like me. But as a boy, my son is considered tainted.
Disturbing, Hawk.
His father's seed.
Disturbing. Is there no other solution?
Yes. I can become castless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
We could persuade her to do it. Oh my god. What kind of life will he have? Spare him that pain. Feed him to Darkspawn. You'd be doing him a favor. Oh god, that's horrible. If you free cam, your dwarf is standing on a stool. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, this is the thing, right? And this is why you would be, I think you're a little more pushed or forgiving to Balin if you want to think about the overall improvement of being progressive for Dwarven society. But you can have Harrowmount, you can support Harrowmount, but you can also tell him, like, look, man, shit's gotta improve, you gotta change things. There's other stuff that you can do side quest wise that will, because the castless become a noble house, right? If I remember correctly, like, you prove that they have noble lineage or some nonsense, so it elevates and raises all of them out of this crazy situation predicament. But even then, I think siding with Harrowmount and being a little more traditionalist, you can also get them to just not be such a, the caste system is the way. Dwarves must remain under it. Maybe I can reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Don't look a gift warden in the mouth, so saith Bloodtusa.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promised.
I can be mighty convincing, Light. And if not, blood magic. Solid stone. No visible means of opening. Just a small slot concealed in the fold of the stone, just big enough for a finger. Look through the slot. Nothing but black. Well, at least my warden's smart enough not to go sticking his finger in there. Like, smarter than I. Come on now. There we go. Yeah. We're good. Alright. Hello,
What
Adamar.
are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
This don't look like no store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
I got some spare equipment.
Why don't you take a look?
Didn't you just say you weren't gonna give me stuff? Arrow of filth. Nothing too crazy there. The backhands, though, kind of fun. Effort's boots. Not horrible. And then we got the old senior enchanter. Full power and magic is pretty good. Just straight up +3 damage for best boy. Barktusa! Paint that dog. Paint that dog with more damage. Adder's Kiss. Spicy. This man, hey, you know what? That's the best price I've seen on that. You, sir, got yourself a deal. Alright, that's about all that. Snow Leather can go. Gotta level up Liliana for that. Longbow's gone. Small flawed lightning? Yeah. Alright. Ruby. Morgan. Please and thank you. Few of those. Alright.
Who are you?
You, sir.
You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw.
Too tall.
That's not much of a uniform.
Damn. I am Bloodtusa, the Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
What are you... yeah. What are you asking?
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty dangerous if you're paying so much.
More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born
Roasted.
down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
Yeah, look, I ain't got that kind of money.
As long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
Alright. I ain't got that kind of gold, unfortunately. Just spending on some armor, you understand. Back to the commons we go. Ogren!
A brawl would be a pleasant diversion right about now.
Stop it, Shale.
What are you looking at, stranger?
I met your daughter.
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine.
It's fucked. Yeah, you don't take her back, she's gonna die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
Yeah, look. Could you pretend your child never existed? Stubborn ass. Women are crazy like that, but what can you do? Oh, women. You and loving offspring. Crazy women. Oh, boy.
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought.
Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that...
Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Simple as.
I can't take it! What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
Yeah, right? Crazy. Crazy. That's why, you know, we used to have like sanitariums or whatever for y'all. Are you in the loony bin? What is this? What is this loving family nonsense? Not in my cast.
There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie.
The hell's he on about? Unbound. The riders follow after every... Oh, yeah. Ah, yes. Gax Kang. 3 weathered parchments with 3 versions of the same incomplete story. And when his kingdom fell, so disappeared the stolen riches of an age. The beast, the unbound, dormant until one of the true spirit claims his throne. So must hunt the hero of his people, the principled who would search for an ancient evil. This is how they can make a real difference. Scribbled in the corner in a shaky hand, 3 pages, 3 ages, same story, updated. Same as the tavern song, but older, signature torn on purpose, but compare and get Vilm Madan. All from him. Ow.
Won't.
I don't know.
Sit down. Have a drink. Enjoy.
I'm gonna tell the ancestor, Lord Dennick Helmi.
Howdy, Helmi.
Honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
A controversial opinion for a dwarf in the assembly. Things are hardly equal on the surface. True. Yeah, look, you know me? I guess I am the only one who's not a dwarf out here. Well, kind of a hot take, sir.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
So you get to vote on the next king?
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
You don't say. Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
You know anything about this Carta?
The Assembly passed laws prohibiting the casteless from holding any job a legitimate citizen can do. Of course they turn to crime. What else can they do?
Not a bad point.
As you wish.
Good talk. Alright, come on now.
We've a bit of stew on the fire.
Oh, there we go. Cora.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters.
Well, thank you.
Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like a drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
I would like to try one of every mead. Maybe an ale to top it off. Give me the mead.
I have an award-winning honey mead. Surface Family ships it down here every month. Only 1.5 silvers a mug.
Ooh. Sold.
One honey mead coming right up.
That's a start.
Vartag Gavorn certainly owes Prince Balin. From a minor house to a prince's right-hand man. He'd do anything Balin asked him. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
I only lost 3 copper for that? I just ripped her off. Alright. Yeah.
Did you need something else, Warden?
Tell me about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can
Correct,
certainly give
you
you
are.
a mole's eye view.
Mole's eye view. Yeah, you got any, like, maybe suggestions? Where I should go about, what I should see, what I should do?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city,
Avoid.
just some old tunnels where the castlists build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving.
I like fun. What's the Proving?
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
Give me another drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
A round of your best brew for myself in the house.
Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentis Red for everyone.
Huzzah.
This, my friend, is the paragon of ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
Swear to God, if it's like, all right. If it was going to be a sovereign or more, I was going to be like, run it back. Run it back. Give me that quick save. I don't care how far away it is. Ooh. All right. I can take a silver. Oh, no. So signpost. Oh boy. What did I say about getting good sleep? My body disagrees.
I understand the Swamp Witch is out to slay its own mother.
Entirely in self-defense?
So it claims. It could not have been its plan from the very beginning, then.
I knew nothing about my mother's intentions prior to finding the book. It was your notion I arranged that.
Unnecessary, considering it is the only one who can read the book. It could just as well be a journal or a book of recipes.
Would you like me to teach you how to read the book? Then you can see for yourself.
Now it is testing me.
Well, do you care enough to learn or no?
No, I do not care.
No.
Then leave me be.
Look, Morgan gets it. She offered. If Shale wanted to do something other than talk shit, the opportunity was right there. Leave her alone, Shale. Menace. Yeah, it continues to expand this. That's fine. You say mad cash, but I need, like, a stupid amount of money.
Ah, the highlight of underground existence, I take it.
That's what they tell me, Morgan.
Must the provings be so violent?
The only dwarf you'll ever hear say that. Kind of wanna... Can't unlock. Yeah, I guess none of this is... Can't unlock. Let me fight.
Good day, stranger. Welcome to the Proving Arena. We're still closed until the fighters make their preparations, but come back this afternoon if you want to watch the show.
Yeah, what show?
Prince Balin called a citywide proving this afternoon to honor King Endrin's memory. All the best fighters in Orzammar will face each other in sight of the ancestors and win honor for their champions.
Sounds like fun.
Enjoy our grand city.
Do y'all want to have a blood mage fight in the proving, maybe? I mean, just a simple mage. No funny business here. Alright, let's make our way over there, talk to the Shaper, get things rolling.
Let me ask you this then, Morrigan. What if there really was a Maker?
Then I would wonder why he has abandoned his creation. It seems terribly irresponsible of him.
He left us because we were determined to make our own way, even if we hurt ourselves. And he could not bear to watch.
But how do you know? You cannot ask him this. Perhaps he has gone to a new creation elsewhere and abandoned this as a dismal failure best forgotten.
I do not need to know, because I have faith. I believe in him, and feel his hope and his love.
Faith. How quickly those who have no answers invoke that word.
How can someone who practices magic have so little capacity to believe in that which he cannot see?
Magic is real. I can touch it and command it, and I need no faith for it to fill me up inside. If you were looking for your higher power, there it is.
But only if you can control it. I do not envy the loneliness you must feel at times, Morrigan.
Leave me be. Loneliness would be preferred to this endless chatter.
Oh! Hit a little too close to home there, Morgan? Uh-oh. Kinda got my girl there in a moment of vulnerability, didn't you, Liliana? How dare you? How dare you? I was gonna make a sex joke on what she just said, but then you had to one-up it. Damn it. Vigor! Key required. Alright. Nug Wrangler?
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going
so
back
French.
To the supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
These things are dangerous?
Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
On you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Very well. Find this man a nug.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Leave me alone, Dagna.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's Luxury
Hello,
Goods Shop.
Garen.
Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Yeah, nothing coherent.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it.
That's not us, Chief.
A few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad thing. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Yeah, sure. Tome of Physicals Technique. Would love it. The Rose's Thorn. Holy shit. It's a mean dagger. Precision geared recurve. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Unfortunately, I ain't got money. Life Giver. Oh my god, this ring. Oh my god, this ring. I need it. I need it. I need so many expensive ass items. There's just not enough gold in the world. Hi, Dagna.
You look like you're not from around here.
He's voiced by the same guy who voiced Hawk in Dragon Age 2. Is that what I was picking up on? I also voiced some people in Mass Effect 3 and the first Warden in Veilguard. Crazy being in the what being in industry can do for, as far as like the various projects that these people get mixed up in and working. It's crazy. Crazy to think of. Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Yeah, I am a mage.
Then I'm truly honored. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins? I can't even imagine.
Yeah, why are you interested? Oh, great. A fan of Bladusas. I'm sorry, but I'm busy. Yeah, why are you interested in the Circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
You mean he voiced the best character? I love Grunt. I didn't like Grunt initially, but man, if Grunt didn't grow on me. He became pretty fun near the end of Mass Effect 2. Yeah, you want me to ask him? Yeah, dwarves can't do magic. Hey, you want to leave Orzammar then?
I want to go to the Circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
Yeah, look, I guess I'll bring them your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Forticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
It's a crazy composition here to have Shale and Morgan, just two forces of snide negativity, and then Liliana. If anyone could navigate it and keep their composure, it's her. Hello, Nug. I wrangle the Nug into a box.
Let's get started.
Truly, the greatest of wardens. Orzammar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings that fill the streets. These caverns are old cuts and well-traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed far from the halls of politics and commerce. The Shaper must step away from the familiar and seek out revelations from the frontier, or buried secrets from paths abandoned. The Shaper must first walk away if he is to return.
Go on, I'm out of the Nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Here's a Nug.
Saraka, I'm back in the game. Such as it is.
Just like that. I'm back in it, baby.
Find a bunch more of these and I'll toss
All
you
in.
whatever I found.
Grumpa cat. Grumpa cat. You should just eat your food, picky ass. I know you're feeling weak and tired. Go eat. Stubborn. About as stubborn as me. I wonder where she gets it from. Stubborn ass cat. Guess we'll go to Diamond Quarter. Let's go to Diamond Quarter. Check out what's what. Weapon rack. Hello, Helmy.
From what I've
You
heard
have
of
come at a
dwarven
difficult
politics,
time.
I'm almost surprised we
Orzammar
haven't
is
seen
ailing
blood
for
running
want
these
of a
streets.
king.
That was a lot of people talking over each other. Crier Man.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Caroline your...
Hello, Lady Dace. Dace?
Dragged on
Dace?
too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Some may say Caramel.
Lord Haramont is a weak man.
A weak man.
You know, after all this is over, I wouldn't mind getting a job here. I could sing, tell stories, help the king get items from high shelves.
I don't know about that last part, Liliana. Help the king get items from high shelves. Don't say that too loud out here. Somebody might take exception. Chamber of the Assembly, boring. All these political dwarves. There we go, the Shaperate. Now we're talking. History, that's what a mage nerd loves. Bloodusa, let's educate you upon dwarven history, yes?
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Criminals. Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine.
Castless.
He's probably in the slums somewhere.
We hate
If he
the
found a buyer
castless.
for a stolen tome in Dust Town, they couldn't know the value.
I'm quite
Catalogger
busy.
man.
Please do not disturb me.
That's a hell of a line read. Please do not disturb me. Ugh, the Legion of Steel. Alright. Paragon Caridin vanished in the 11th year of the reign of King Valtor, and with the Paragon, the entire process for golem manufacture was lost. Expeditions were sent into the Deep Roads to track him, but the Darkspawn drove them all back. Finally, in the 2nd year of the reign of Queen Getha, 126 golems, the entire Legion of Steel, were sent to recover the Paragon. None returned. The Shaper of Golems refused to support any further attempts to find Caridin, and the Paragon was officially declared dead. Shaperate never recovered from the loss of an entire legion of golems, and never again allowed an all-golem regiment in the Deep Roads. That would be a pretty devastating setback.
Oh, pardon me.
Hi, Orda.
Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
Sounds important. You want to pay me to help?
Not exactly, but...
Damn it.
I'm looking for any birth records from the old Ortan Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Ortan, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the Assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the Deep Roads.
Yeah, look, I'm a warden. I laugh in the face of the Deep Roads.
Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear
Yeah, smart
Prince
mom.
Balin and Lord Haramont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
It is important to hope. Important to hope, kids. Never forget. Dream the dream.
Are you looking for
Hello,
records
scribe.
of the Grey Wardens? We have many.
Do you now? Book time? The Deep Roads. Do tell. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the Deep Roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the Thags together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their walls, with statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the Deep Roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the Imperial Highway built by the Magisters of old, a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the Deep Roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the Deep Roads now. When Orzammar sealed off the entrances to the Deep Roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think that there are genlocks crawling over Balnamar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we build out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spread a little further. And the Cloud Gazers think the Darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out onto the surface? Huh. One day, when Orzammar is gone for good, they'll find out differently. Those Darkspawn won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. Remember when the blight was a cool, looming threat? Terror, in praise of the humble Nug. Now we've got the true Lord Lurn here. I once served a human some Nug, and he proclaimed that it was like eating an unholy union of pork and hare. The idea disturbed him so much that he declined to finish his serving, and made himself content with some stale bread. Of course, this only goes to show that surfacers, human or otherwise, have tragically unrefined palates. The Nug is surely the most delicious animal I have ever tasted. Only a dead man would not salivate at the thought of a tender morsel of roast Nug melting in his mouth. The Paragon Varen, although his house has fallen, shall always be remembered for discovering the wonders of Nug flesh. Admittedly, it was discovered only out of desperation, when he was separated from his legion and lost in the Deep Roads for a week. But we won't hold that against the good Paragon. While Nug pancakes and nuggets... Boo, boo, nuggets! My own children love these. Are the Nug dishes one encounters most often, Nug can be prepared in other interesting and elegant ways. The late King Ansgar Adukin adored Nug. Seared on a hot metal plate and finished in the oven, and dressed in a cream sauce flavored with deep mushrooms. You must be careful when using the mushrooms from the Deep Roads because they often grow close to Darkspawn bodies. They say that this is what gives them their unique flavor and intoxicating scent, but as it also means that consuming too many of them may result in curious afflictions of the mind. I hate that they thought of calling it Nugget.
Right.
Clearly that man deserves a raise. Brilliance. Brilliance in the most heinous of ways. As dangerous as it is to mistake a dwarf's caste, it is far more deadly to mistake his alliances among the noble houses of Orzammar. Everyone in the city is allied with someone, whether by blood or by word. The nobles do not engage directly in commerce themselves, as that is the domain of the merchant caste, but they do serve as patrons. They invest in shops or in artisans' work, and in turn reap a share of the profits as well as a measure of the credit. Merchants and warriors alike benefit from the service of prestigious patron. The relative power of each house is ever-changing. It is usually safe to assume that whichever noble house holds the throne is at the top of the heap. But below that, things grow into a tangled mess. Houses ally with one another by marriage. They earn rank and prestige when combatants loyal to them, or from their own bloodlines when Pruvians. They earn it when artisans they patronize. Why does that seem wrong? Patronize? I'm getting it mixed up with, like, putting someone down. Alright, whatever. Became sought after or well regarded. Is that the correct use? Why am I getting hung up on that? It's to be a patron, but you don't say it's to patronize. Do you? Maybe it is. Just been a hot minute since I've ever seen it used in such a way. Alright. Or when the merchants they invest in become successful. The degrees of power that these achievements confer is so murky, even to the dwarves, that it isn't unusual for nobles to challenge each other to provings over whose smith forges better belt buckles, or whose servants have the best manners. Nor is it out of the ordinary to find two merchants arguing over whose noble patron is has won the most acclaim. The rank of the patron is the rank of the client. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the assembly, where the Deshers, representatives of each noble house, meet. Although the king technically rules Orzammar, kings are elected by the assembly, and so each king must work constantly to maintain the support of the Deshers. Kings who prove unpopular find their heirs deemed unacceptable to inherit the throne. Power, then, passes to another house. Seems like a bit of a messy political system. Maybe. You love puns unironically. You know, Finns love it too. Finns love wordplay to a great degree. Especially when it comes to puns. Finnish already, especially with the way like direct translation goes, if there's a double meaning to something, that gets you big points, but if you can hit the double meaning along with a pun, and like major galaxy brain comedian work, if you can also slip in like a Finnish idiom into the mix of that. Kills them. Kills them. The blessing of the Shaperate is given only to those who walk with the stone. It is a path that cuts deep and the road is far from secure, but those who desire to work in memory must first honor it. Document the stone, protect her, and present a new history to the memories. Only then will the blessing of the Shaperate be upon you. Orzammar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings that fill the streets. These caverns are old cuts and well-traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed from the halls of politics and commerce. Already read this, haven't I? The Shaper must step away. Yeah. Alright, so there's a new entry into it. My bad. Yappa yappa. Dwarven faith. Channel light is crap. We believe in the ancestors. There you go. Summed it up for you. Legion of the Dead. Now we're talking. What if instead of India, it was Findia? And it was 1.5 billion Finns? This is gonna sound... I don't mean this to sound racist. This is not how I mean it. Don't take it this way. But it's not a comment on India. It's a comment on Finns. I feel like if we had 1.5 billion Finns, the world would be a better place. But at that point, I don't think they would still be the same Finns that they are currently, is the thing. The reason Finns and Finland works the way it does is because it's so small. We see it in the rest of the world. The moment you try and have the infrastructure to support and maintain mass numbers, stuff starts to get pretty messy, right? But man, Finns are just... I'm telling you, man, they are the sweet summer children prancing in fields and frolicking and being just so pure. I do love Finns. The vast majority of them are just so honest people that I genuinely believe if they could remain the way they are and you could just get a billion more of them, be a crazy world. Be a crazy world, I tell you. In a good kind of way. Yeah. Legion of the Dead. Yes, Stone's greetings, friend. You will fight ceaselessly in the Legion of the Dead. The Legion accepts all. So I was told by one of the Legionnaires himself, a dwarf who waited quietly at the entrance to the deep roads for the rest of his unit to assemble. They gathered slowly, each equipped with heavy armor and fine weapons. Each painted with grim tattoos applied at their funerals the night previous. For that is the nature of the Legion. They are all dead. Any dwarf may join the Legion, so long as he is willing to give up everything he has. The funeral rites are somber, Final goodbye is said to family and loved ones. Any material goods are dispersed to heirs, and last words are said. And then it is done. The new Legionnaire marches out into the deep roads, never to return. The Legion fights against the Darkspawn to the last, striking one final blow against the monsters that have claimed so much of their homeland. Many join the Legion to clear the slate. Criminals join to avoid punishment. The dishonored join so that their houses and families need not suffer on their behalf. The bankrupted join so their debts might be forgiven. Very few join for a last chance at glory, but the Legion takes them too. This group hopes to reach the fabled fortress of Balnamar, once the Legion's home, associated with the greatest of their paragons. Balnamar is a holy place. It's lost the last great blow against the Dwarven kingdoms, and its recapture would be a glorious signal to all of Orzammar. But capture it or no, all of these warriors will die in the deep roads. It's a sobering thought. And I now know why the dwarves say the Legion's charge is the battlefield's most frightening sight. They have nothing left to lose. Brutal. This is true. This is true. There's a lot. I mean, the dwarves are... Hey! Look at that. Perfect. The dwarves are great, though. I've skipped out on a number of codex up to this point, but I think Orzammar deserves some codex reading. Nug sits in the mud. Nug wiggles his gears. You catch the Nug, he slips away. Nug gets to live another day. Not do that good, as like a beat. There we go. Nug sits in the mud. Nug wiggles his toes. You hook the Nug, he slips away. Now the Nug runs off to play. Nug sits in the mud, Nug wiggles his nose. You tickle the Nug, he laughs away. Now the Nug sits on my plate. Did not do that rhyme justice at all, but there's Nug pancakes for you. Better than nuggets.
As you wish.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Please do. Ooh, plus 4 armor? Ooh. Search of the True Prophet. This tattered tome explores the possibility that Andraste was a powerful mage, and not the Maker's Chosen. Seems this book was saved from a fire at some point. How intriguing. Could do Assassin. I want to do Ranger. Right? I think. Maybe, I mean, Assassin's great too. What do I want to do with Liliana specialization-wise? Not entirely sure. I'm gonna get that strength, though. Point gunning? Why not? And we'll start pushing decks. I'll sit on the specialization for now. Grants a 1 in 5 chance of evading physical attacks, including being stunned or knocked down, is pretty darn good. Maybe I push... No, I have to do... Because she only has 32, right? Yeah, I have to do this to strength. We'll get evasion next level. It's been a morning. That do sound like a morning. The cat was probably in pain. That's again, unfortunate. Sorry to hear you got tore up. Highly unpleasant. Granting a wider flanking egg. I guess evasion's really the only thing left. Captivating Song wouldn't be bad, but... Start building a Master Archer, maybe? really feel like Scattershot. Screw it. Let's start making our way to Master Archer. This is brutal. It's gonna take so long to get to the good stuff, but slowly but surely we will. Yeah. That is unfortunately how it goes. When you got nothing but murder mitts. When you're hurting or you're scared or you're afraid. That do be the way that they behave. Ain't pleasant. Ain't pleasant to be on the receiving end of that. I'm not. Oh, that's a cataloger. I thought it just said catalog.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Hello, Zebor. Shaper of Memories?
The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost ties. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
I'd like... I don't really care about this, but... Sure, I'd like permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request.
Indeed it
Especially
is.
for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkel.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkel hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
The Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar. What harm would it do to let him preach? But the chant must be sung from all corners of the world. Don't you understand? I can't say no to XP, y'all. The Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar, you know.
What sort of charities do you mean?
It cares for widows and orphans. Could provide work for the castless. I don't think he really gives a shit about the castless, but... Again, of all casts. So these are interesting things. I wish... See, this is the thing. As a Shaper, I feel like he should just be indifferent to anything involving the castless as a notion, but... You know, widows and orphans, the whole Legion of the Dead and all that craziness. Fighting the Darkspawn. Is what they kind of do, right?
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested.
Simple
if
as.
not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me some of your history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with Darkspawn.
How the mighty have fallen. How'd you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else?
Unfortunate.
I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
What are the deep roads?
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the Darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many Darkspawn as possible.
Go out like badasses. Where's Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth 12 dwarves in battle, but Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
What's the thing?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Alright. Quick and concise. I guess this is it, right? Already asked all that. First questions.
Please, speak your mind.
Is that really everything?
Once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium.
Yeah.
And our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with Darkspawn.
Yeah, I think they can be, you know, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. It's after the matter for Shale, so Shale can be into it, but still acknowledge that the entire thing is just not great, right? Alright, so this is the same thing. Alright, I'm going.
Here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
And in retrospect, you will, Chief. Don't you worry. Alright, well, there's a little bit of reading time now. Who else is... I guess I'm next in line, maybe. Alright, assembly time. Ahoy hoy! Hello, Vartag.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing
Howdy.
Orzammar to host your order. I am
Howdy.
Horn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Yeah, there's a blight, dude.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Alright. I've heard enough about your political difficulties. Is there any way I could help? Let's get this ball rolling.
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrimont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
Can I talk to Balin?
You must understand, Harrimont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
I thought King Endrin himself supported Harrimont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrimont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
I promise I'm no spy. Slips knife behind back. I guess I'll have to seek my aid from Harrimont instead, then.
Wait. We must be cautious about whom to trust. But perhaps we could find a way. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception,
Irrefutable.
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
I have to think about it.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
Alright, well.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Observe,
Your mind
yes.
has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Desher's lords and ladies of the assembly, I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Such fiery people. Howdy there.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
I happen to be that. I'm a Grey Ward.
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
A blight is coming.
Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The assembly is blind to all else.
Funny how that works. So who has the authority to aid me?
Dulan Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin II, is often here in the assembly.
Right around the corner,
I
actually.
wish there was more I could do for you.
That's enough, sir. Look. Again, trying to be a goody two-shoes. That directs me to Harrowmont.
I heard there was a Grey
hello,
Warden
Dulan.
here. I am Dulan Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Look, I'd like to speak with him.
In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take...
I'm seeing a trend here.
If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
Yeah, how do you want me to do that?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you'd like me to enter the proving?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Yeah, fine. Let's do it.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. Look for them in the fighters' preparation chamber behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin.
Surely a dwarf with Orlesian heritage there.
Then, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Here's hoping I don't fight solo. It's been so long I can't remember if that's what happens with us in the proving. We'll be in a weird spot. I can just use blood magic. I'm sure I'll be fine. House Hadouken believes in street fighting, if you don't know. The Assembly has never named a Paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon Hadouken. No naysayers, only a single abstention, please. His worthiness was unquestionable, his favor with the ancestors clear. But family rumor says that the man himself was deeply troubled, prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt, never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Orzammar. He died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying Thags. Before he rose to Paragon, he was of little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving, never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the First Blight fighting skirmishes in the deep roads, keeping them free from surface bandits, content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. When the Blight began, it caught Orzammar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in the feuding, for as word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their Thag, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings for the safety of any others. The Assembly was so utterly tied up with the infighting that the Darkspawn spread, unchecked, to the gates of Orzammar herself. In the chaos, Hadouken grudgingly took command of the armies. He enlisted the aid of the mining caste to collapse overrun passages, called upon the smith caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the Assembly and the nobles entirely. With his leadership, Orzammar was saved from annihilation. For his insubordination, he was made Paragon. Yet he always considered it a defeat. Now. I am by the Warden. The Warden Jai. Thank you for the raid, sir. Howdy, guys. Welcome. How y'all doing? Well, I assume you were up to some Origins playing? By the Warden, I would think. Yeah, welcome in. Howdy. Point lightning fart. Hadouken! Yeah, absolutely. Love me some Dragon Age. Well, love me some older Dragon Age, we'll say. It's going well. I hope it's going well for you as well. We're making a little bit of headway here. We just got into Orzammar proper. Gonna start heading into the deep roads here soon. Doing a Blood Mage playthrough because it makes me sad that it's no longer a thing. They keep moving further and further away from that, right? But yeah, get me right on the tail end of a little bit of schedule changing. Yeah, we love Blood Mage. I wish they would let you do it moving forward. If we could rewind time on Veilguard and get a game where it doesn't upend the entire established world, right? Blood Mage is great. I love what you can do and the way that the world reacts to you as being a Blood Mage in this. I could not agree more. Origins is the best Dragon Age game. Without a doubt. Just a little blood magic as a treat, exactly. I get why they didn't want to do it with Inquisition. But then, the same reason they didn't want to do it with Inquisition, they didn't do it in Veilguard, but then Veilguard really just destroyed the majority of the story and the world overall. Conquered, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy
Yeah.
ancestors.
Well, I think it's the same.
People just ignore that.
You say not for Veilguard that it's sus. I think it's the same regard or reason as what they did with the Inquisition, right? You're anything involving the Fade, or you're being directly connected to a more extreme extent. It makes sense in lore to not want to lean into having blood magic available, because technically should make you super vulnerable to demons, right? Being that intermingled in the Fade, but I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame that they leaned as hard as they did into story choices that they did for Veilguard. It's brutal. You've not finished Veilguard, but you've heard much. I won't spoil it then. But I personally will say, if you do finish it, I would love for you to pop in and talk about it with me, because I got strong feelings about it. I'm really sad about how much they kind of upend the lore of the franchise in that game. I know a lot of people have an issue with it for other reasons. I don't really care about the other reasons. My thing is, I love this franchise as what we have from Origins forward. The world building it's phenomenal. There's very few games, not just Dragon Age games, but games in general, that nail storytelling the way this game does. So yeah, when they made the writing choices they did with Veilguard, I always compare it to the feeling of holding your breath. Like Veilguard, I give credit where credit's due. Veilguard it feels okay initially. It feels okay, but then you get to a point where it feels like you're holding your breath and you're waiting for a payoff. And then once the moments for a payoff start to roll in and come, there's never a payoff. And the things that they do in those moments are such a negative and a detriment to Dragon Age overall that, oh, it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad to see where it's gone. Yeah. That's my non-spoilery take as far as I can go on that. You need to finish Kingdoms of Amalur? I think I also got kind of far in that game and I never finished it. I was having fun with it, but it kind of, if I remember it correctly, it kind of snowballed out. Like the power fantasy became, it got a little too unwieldy, being able to be both like a badass warrior and a crazy archmage or some nonsense. What can you say about Veilguard? You like the combat? I'd like the combat until it got stale. I played it on the hardest difficulty, which I think it's fair to say Dragon Age in general, for the most part, Dragon Age in general doesn't do a super great job of balancing their hardest difficulties in their games. Veilguard is very much the same in that way. Like, it was doable, but their idea of making the combat hard was super inflating HP. And then you sit there and bash a fight for an hour and a half, having a slugfest. Like, that's all it boils down to. I played a mage and I got the items for abusing the iframes. I could spam my spells and I would never die, but it would take me forever to kill anything because they so hyper-inflated the health pools. It was fun, up until it wasn't. Got super boring. Veilguard. Tell him, Hawk. Tell him like it is. Yeah. Slums Thug. Another Nug. Come here, Nug. What's your favorite, what's y'all's favorite origin in Dragon Age Origins? What's your character and what's your background? I love hearing everyone's take on this.
It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in their store.
Dialogue's very elementary and boring.
Please,
yeah.
I don't have much.
The characters are awful.
People are scared. Tell Jarvie I'll get her money. Jarvie is not happy.
For as like fantastic as the story, the world building of Dragon Age is, like it's a masterclass of that. It's not like the craziest reinventing of the wheel, right? What made Dragon Age special was always the characters. Fantastic companion characters that, at least with Origins, I say is better than Baldur's Gate 3 and all this. Like old school BioWare, phenomenal writing when it came to your companions. So the companions of Veilguard to be what they were, oh man. Oh, it was horrible. Truly was horrible. Usually do human mage into arcane warrior. Arcane warrior is pretty busted. My favorite origin personally is human noble. I think the interaction that you get between Hal's betrayal and then seeing Loghain conspiring and also betraying, I think the overall impact of the journey as a human noble is just, it's top tier. I do admit Dwarven Noble is also fantastic, but I think, for me personally, Human Noble has to take it. Or if you want to be mean to everyone, Dwarf Noble. We've seen dwarves be pretty brutal.
All I have right now. I
For
can
sure.
get more if I sell something. Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Origin has, Origin's got Romanceable Morgan.
Private business.
What more do you need? Morgan's the best. You can't tell me there's a better romance option. At least if you're playing a male character. For female characters, I've been hearing good things about Zev. He actually gives you kind of the similar, not maybe a 1-for-1, but a similar vein of an experience in that way. Absolutely a Morgan lover. You kidding me? Perfect. She's perfect. The only one that can give Morgan a run for her money is maybe Bastila Shan. But once again, BioWare does know my type. BioWare got me as right at the perfect moment. KOTOR and Dragon Age Origins, man, they did not miss. I love the emotes. It's hilarious. Yes, Morgan, all the Morgan love. Can't get enough of her. Is this man threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like. Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection in the shadows.
Hey, Jai, thank you for the follow.
You're wearing some fancy
Appreciate
stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carter's guarantee of safety,
I'm into British brunettes.
for the reasonable
I don't know about
price
all
of
that.
10 gold sovereigns.
I don't know if that's the
I can't say
connection line there. That's nothing against them. I'm just saying there might be something else connecting Bastila and Morgan in a way that gets me. That sounded like a threat.
Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is?
Should I set up? I feel like that's something we should have on Twitch. I need to set up the Stranger Safety Fund. All donations, of course, have to go to me. Yeah. You donate, then you're no longer strangers, and you're accepted, right? That's gonna be how that works. Both have magic and both wield a staff. We're getting closer. Yeah, I think you're getting closer there, Colin. Yeah. Kinda. Yeah, you sure you want to start this, Chief?
Whoa. All right.
Backs out immediately.
I'm
Oh
not
man,
gonna
all right.
die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
I'm kind of tempted to kill you for 10 sovereigns. Being real.
Ancestors,
I need the
bless
money.
you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
Maybe it's new management. You can start by letting me look around your store. What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dust Town.
What perfect
That's,
timing.
the older
I
area of
read.
the city where the castless
Mommy Morgan. Jeez.
She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dust Town, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
I love that the moment we started discussing depravity. You called. You were speaking about Morgan? Hmm? Yeah, what do you know about her, Cardo?
A band of castless thugs. They're to blame for
Everyone
all the
puts
crime
that
in
spite on
Orzammar.
Castless.
They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
You know, it's funny. I really remember... I guess I didn't get it during the Mage Tower segment. Maybe that could have been a good chance to mess with it or play around, but I really thought I remember there being more specific world reactions to your character if you pick Blood Mage. We're getting further and further into this game. I'm surprised we haven't seen it already. Like pop up more of a thing. Their children as well? You go that far.
Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no acknowledgement by the Shapers. They are destined to be criminals. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about.
It's almost like they, you know, kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. Like they have no choice but to be criminals.
Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
What do you got for sale?
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
There's very few, if any, and none in Dragon Age 2. Really? I got, you know, again, it has been over a decade, so maybe I am just misremembering, but I could have swore there were more. Guess not. Crazy notion. It was planned for both Origins and 2, but it was cut. An Alistair lover? I got someone over on YouTube who used to be an Alistair lover. I think Alistair's got great puppy dog energy. I can see the appeal of him. Man, that's expensive. I can see the appeal of him in general in that regard. But apparently, Zev is the way to go. Alright, that's good there. Let's go ahead and give this a quick look over. No, keeping that. Gloves of Diligence are actually real good. +4 armor is nuts. Oh, I gotta put that on Liliana. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Y'all get me. Could sell this. Hold on to it for now. Let's give Liliana a better armor. Heck yeah. Alright. Maybe back with mods? Depends on how much of it's there. Bringing stuff back with mods is easier said than done if... Like, you have to have something to work with, right? If you look at KOTOR 2, there was enough there to salvage that they were able to mod, even officially, I believe. They were able to mod that back into the game, which helps it. If you all haven't played that, I'm familiar with...
to understand that the sister is a follower of this
Hello, Nub.
maker.
Am I the sister? Oh, that's so cute. It's like you're my big brother. Or sister. Or whatever.
I am a creature of stone. I rather doubt that we would be related in any shape or form.
Oh, I didn't mean literally. Don't you think that people can be related in spirit?
I notice that humans tend to believe in a great number of things that are not true, even when given evidence to the contrary.
Believing in things when there is no proof is what faith is all about, Shale.
Believing in things when there is no proof is what gullibility is all about.
So I am gullible now.
I take it we are no longer sisters in spirit.
I love again, this team composition is such a treat just because these two, Morgan and Shale, are just so they are going out of their way at all times to be sticks in the mud. Liliana does her damnedest, man. She does her damnedest. For sure. Yeah, Shale's great. I just wish Shale, maybe it'll be better if I can get the higher tier of equipment for her, like the better gems. But it boggles my mind that Shale has 337 health, is a pain to heal as a mage, but seems to take so much damage so quickly, even with the defensive stuff. Kills me. Kills me trying to run Shale.
Did you wish to fight in the Proving today?
Yeah, I'd like to be Harrowmount's champion.
Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
That's a pretty fun one. There's a restoration mod that'll make the Templars try and detain Morgan if she goes to the tower with you. Hilarious. Hilarious. I like that. I am Bloodtusa of the Grey Wardens.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
She's got baseline pretty high constitution. I do need to continue to push it up further, but her baseline constitution is no joke. It's the amount of incoming damage. It's the lack of gear. It totally is. Because compared to a character where I can put actual armor on them, and they start to mitigate damage coming, they can have a smaller health pool, but still be sturdier than what Shale is out the gate. I haven't gotten any of the good gems, though. We gotta get her set up better. Her baseline armor is the weak point. She'd be so lacking. Well, yeah, what are the rules of the Proving?
Fight start at the gong and go to first blood. No eye gouging, no groin pulls. The rules of each bout will be announced when it starts. You should be comfortable with normal weapons and lyrium enhanced weapons in single combat, pairs, or battle units. Are you ready to start?
It's funny he says first blood. What if I, like, vacuum somebody's blood out as a blood mage? You think that counts? Alrighty, Jai. Yeah, no. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate you hanging out. It was fun. Have a good meeting, yeah? See you when I see you. Win attacks you if you bring Morgan? Win feels some kind of way about everything, in fact. Ready and eager.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor.
We can't have the ancestors to favor, y'all. There's ain't no way, no how. I think we can go. Although I feel, yeah, I have to go over for the codex, right? Yeah, let me go check this out.
You'll be fighting the bout as soon as both fighters are ready.
Can I go over here now? Oop, not here. This way. Yes. There we go. The Proving. Valos Atretum. In the 23rd year of the reign of King Ragnan Adukin, an old man of the servant caste was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. The servant was stripped of his position, he and his family thrown to the streets, and soon after, the servant died. The son of the disgraced servant challenged Lord Dace to a proving, declaring that his father had been the victim of a cruel injustice, and the ancestors would bear him witness. Lord Dace had no choice but to accept. On the sacred stone of the proving ground, the nobleman faced the servant boy. Lord Dace carried a sword crafted for his own hand and was clad in his great-grandfather's armor. The servant boy had neither armor nor weapon. When the battle began, the boy fought like a whole pack of angry deepstalkers, flinging himself upon the startled lord, wrenching the sword from his hand and prying at his armor with bare fingers. The boy knocked Lord Dace to the ground and beat him until the lord begged for mercy. The boy and his family were reinstated to their place in the Dace house, and the virtue of the boy's father was not questioned again. The ancestors had spoken, and no one questioned their word. And nothing like a little bit of blood sport to say that you're in the right. Right? There's another update for the key to the city. Anything, my god, look at this one. This one grows into a massive codex. Exemplary, defer to the assembly. Okay.
Didn't I say I need to concentrate? There's plenty of time to congratulate me after the fight.
I'm told I'll be fighting you in round one.
So you're the Grey Warden. It's an honor. Really, a privilege. You hear so much about the Wardens. They say on the surface, they're the only ones who fight Darkspawn, and everyone hails them as heroes, and... are you taking recruits?
This man's a fan? I'll make you a warden.
I'll talk with my captain about joining up after the proving's done. May the ancestors smile on you.
Shit.
And me. And, the Grey Wardens.
Get this man on team. You know he's not going to survive the calling or the joining, but maybe he will.
Warden. Luke John
Maybe.
said one of you signed up.
They said the Warden's here to fight for Harriman.
I guess we'll have to show what kind of tricks we learn in Orzammar.
You gonna kick me in the shins? I'm not too worried.
You will be.
We promise.
Spooky. Spooky. Also, ahoy hoy. Oh. Hello, sir.
So you're the Grey Warden Lord Harriman brought in to replace his missing fighters.
That's right. You're a sycophant who fights when his cousin naps. Snaps, rather.
If you're trying to insult me with my loyalty to my house, you'll find it's a tough road to hew. There is no greater virtue than family loyalty. But I'd hardly expect a surfacer to know that.
Alright. I'd say that's a solid retort. It fixes their gorilla arms? Just how low, like... Yeah, it is a little too long, isn't it? Just a little. It's not too far off the mark, though. Just needs a bit of a smidge more. I don't know, dude. Dwarven anatomy can be slightly different. They are a separate race, right? So I'd like to get in there, but I don't think I can. Alright. We had our chat. Let's get into the proving, shall we? Just in case, though, I am going to pop a save real fast, like. So, hi there, Basil.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
I've never seen you before in my life.
Nor I you, but it's pretty obvious who you're working for.
And who do you think I'm working for?
So I take it you weren't sent here to find out if I withdrew from the Proving. In that case, never mind.
You can't unsee the gorilla arms now? Ignorance truly is bliss, right? Hey, you tell me what's happening, I can help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
Naughty, naughty. So you're afraid your affair will be exposed?
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does he have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
Making an attractive woman in Dragon Age 2 is hard that isn't the preset Hawk? Really? Is it from the lack of options? If I remember, the engines ain't not that bad. I feel like it should be achievable, unless all their preset stuff you have to work with is just dismal. Well, that feels like another matter of opinion, though, too, right? Would you fight again if your secret's safe?
There's no way to guarantee that. I appreciate the thought, but they really have me over a shaft here.
I can get those letters back.
You do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harriman again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Good to know. I have over here. trying to wrangle the Mass Effect character creator. I feel like I can't be the only one that's like this, right? When you guys have a character creator, if they show the character on, like, you know, the cover art of a game or something, I can't help but just play the default, because it feels like it's already, like, that's that character. That just is the way that they're meant to be. If it's something like Origins, where we have, you know, you never actually get to see, I guess, other than they do show human-sized character on the cover art of it, but so they're not a dwarf necessarily. But still, that at least leaves it up to your imagination. You make your character, make them how you want them to be.
Fine to see you here, Warden.
But anything like Commander Shepard or Hawk from Dragon Age 2,
a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotic.
I can never bring myself to make a custom character over that.
Hoping you'd take part in some informal action.
Default Shepard in the remaster. How 1-to-1 is the remaster? The Legendary Edition? Is that what it is? Of the Mass Effect trilogy? Those were fun games. I wouldn't mind playing that. I haven't played the new, like, remaster of it. Or, yeah, it's a remaster, not a remake. You mean illegal?
Assembly restricted, not illegal. All that ritual lets nobles rationalize it's not a blood sport. They don't like commoners using the arena for petty squabbles.
They botched the lighting to make the eyes look weird?
Spectacle.
Interesting.
Sometimes someone needs a good beating, and all that talking gets in the way.
We don't like talking getting in the way.
Say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance to test themselves in the provings. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard won.
Yeah, I'll come back to later. Let's not jump into the proving and possibly mess anything up with the letter stuff yet. I'm pretty sure now I'd be able to go and try and get that chest, right?
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Never understood why everyone thinks the Grey Wardens are so great. Prince Balin will be happy to hear I've flattened you into the dirt.
Yeah, keep flapping your tongue. Look at your politics. I'll win this entire thing. I'll win it just for blood too, sir.
When the sun shines in Orzammar.
You looking at something?
Just a dwarf. Alright.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Let's run back on over to the other side. See if we can. If I remember right, though, didn't we need stealth to get into here? I have some vague memory of that being the case. Or was it stealing?
I shall.
Maybe not. Maybe it's as simple as this. I guess it was as simple as this. I guess I overthought it way back in the day. When I was younger. I think I actually did the whole... I'm probably just imagining my rogue playthrough, if anything. I did the whole stealth and sneaky into the room. There goes there's your letters. Enjoy your affair.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
Yeah, here's your letters.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you.
Yep.
I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
And you'll fight?
I will be glad to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
There's one other fellow, though, right? Is it this man?
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record.
Didn't they say that it was First Blood? I guess you watched lots of provings then.
Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Rooston Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah. You ever fought in one?
Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, you'll excuse me.
I'm telling you, Pioten will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Divinity 2, that's a game. That is one I have not I've played a bit of the first one. I played it with one of my mods, actually. For more of a chunk than he remembers than what I do, but we never got all the way through it. Where's the second individual at? Back out this way, it seems. Yeah? What it's showing. Cutting off someone's head is a good way to get first blood. True. But it can still count as first blood, you're not wrong.
You doing the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
Are you one of the fighters? I'm Bladusa.
It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Why'd you resign?
It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrimant's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
Yeah, last I heard.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly.
Harrimant himself, yes.
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harrimant. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll
be an angry dwarf. You'll go win big for Lord Harrimant? Get back in the proving.
Maybe I will at that.
There we go. There we go. Alright. I think now we can jump in and do the proving proper. Yeah? 2 is so much better than 1? I would hope. I always hope for a sequel to improve on the formula, right? Right, Veilguard?
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? Remember,
sure am.
Once the fight begins, the roster is final. No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are marked as losses.
Quit stalling. I'm ready. The Blood Mage is ready to taste
Go down
blood.
to the ring, then. I'll be right there. This is the glory.
And dwarves are pretty brutal one way or another.
The Paragons of Orzammar.
They make that clear in this.
The memory of King Endrin. First up is Suwern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Suwern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Harrimant's name, is a member of the famed Grey Warden.
Bladusa.
In the name of House Aeducan, and our future King Balin.
Let's get to the hurting. Jeez. You honor me with this fight, and that's why I'm gonna make you warden after
First
this.
warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright, sir.
Let's get started.
I'm gonna hit you with some blood magic. I'm sure you understand.
Time for some fun.
Right.
Yeah. I'll hit you with that, and then the old fireball. When in doubt, fireball it out. Ripperoonie.
Winner is the Grey Warden.
Are you not entertained?
That was an exciting start, Warden. Suwern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next
That was pretty
opponent?
thoroughly. I'll tear out his spine. Yes.
Excellent. Let us go.
Let's go. I can do this all day. Come on.
This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Hieromont's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Viaja and Lukja.
If I remember correctly.
When you fall.
Sure, and may the dirt taste good when I feed it to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
If I remember right, I could definitely get stuffed as a mage against these two. Let's see how it goes, though, yeah? Alright. Hit that.
Let's get started.
Get that out there. That should be good. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff, for sure. And now... while y'all hang out there... Easy. Easy.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Twist the blood inside their bodies,
Well, that was an
and then drop an
exciting
inferno
round.
on their head.
2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
This is the hard one, yeah?
Excellent. Let us go.
As long as I land the blood,
This is a glory proving,
we're good.
fought under the eyes of
The blood wound will do
Paragons
it.
of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Hieromont's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary
No, this is
Silent
not the one I was
Sisters?
thinking of, actually.
We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanishan, who proved her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue.
Brutal.
And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Good luck.
First warrior to fall is
Guess she doesn't have
vanquished.
anything to say back.
Fight!
She could at least wave to me or something, you know? Be polite. Alright, ma'am. Tis but a scratch. Fireball. Fireball! I don't like how you're resisting everything, lady. It's not cool. There you go.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Stop it. Stop making fun of her gorilla arms.
The Silent Sisters
They can't help it.
was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
It's a center of gravity thing, you know? They gotta keep their balance. Yes.
Excellent. Let us go.
Again. Let me at him.
This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlik II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin?
Tell me this man's never gone in with a mace and a shield.
Choose your second,
As a dwarf?
for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
I have no second. For I am Bloodtusa.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
My second is the blood in their veins. Enjoy, gentlemen. Yeah. Oh god. I almost blood maged my way to death. Killing myself. Jeez. Forgot to turn it off. Oops.
Wojciech Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Hieromont picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I am.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Ayduken has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him
It'd be a shame
on
if
behalf of Lord
somebody
Harriman,
twisted the blood in his body.
The Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4
Blooddusa.
soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Ayduken.
Do I solo act them again? Or should I bring in the boys? Shut up and fight. I feel like thematically it makes sense that we bring in his boys. You know? Even if Bloodtusa wants to be a one-man act, we are trying to have support for Harrowmount. Bloodtusa might not care, but Bloodtusa can also think about the endgame. Come along, gentlemen. Get in here.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Alright. I'm glad that they healed me up. It's mighty kind of them. You boys... I almost feel bad if you get caught in this, but also... Not really. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he resisted it. It's maybe a little concerning. Fireball! Not good. Get off me! Get off me! Spooky. Spooky! Fireball! Uh-oh. Come on now. Yeah, we got plenty of them. We got plenty of them. We can do it. Let's try and hit him with this again. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see if it doesn't. Oh! No, it definitely did that time. Oh yeah. Just didn't. Oh god. Oh god, he's coming for me. Oh, it hurts. Big old two-handed axe. A fireball? Oh, give me a little bit of space to work with. Yeah? Didn't do anything. And thus it's decided. Damn it. Damn it. I hit the last possible moment of using that ability that I shouldn't have. Oh, we were so close to the health potion.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? Remember,
Brutal.
once the fight
Brutal.
begins, the roster
We were
is
so
final.
close.
No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are marked as losses.
Yes. Let me taste
Go down
blood.
to the ring, then. I'll be right there.
Horrible,
This
man.
is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Suwern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Suwern made history as a lad of 12, by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Heramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
That's why you're bringing in help? I guess.
Future King Balin.
If the blood wound was actually working properly, but we'd been fine. He'd do be considered a elite enemy though.
First
Let's do
warrior
battle.
to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Sir, I'm gonna do this to you again. Time to twist your blood a bit. Nothing personal.
Right. Let's get started.
Fireball! There we go.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Alrighty, Colin. Thanks for popping in. Fun as always.
That was an
Hope you have a good one.
start, Warden. Swearn is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go.
Boogie, boogie, boogie. Let's get through this.
This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Heramont's champion takes on the notorious duo. The warrior-cast twin terrors now fighting for Prince Balin, Viaja and Lukjan.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
When you fall.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
As you wish. Less fighting, more dying.
Looks like an old dwarven version of Bloodtooth. Really?
The winner is
kinda.
the Grey Warden.
Death gurgle in the back.
It was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go.
Alrighty.
This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of
Yes.
Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Heramont's
Come on, we can do
champion
this.
has held the field so far. But how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proved her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Yappy yapper.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Twist her blood. Twist her blood.
Right.
Give her the old blood twist.
Let's get started. As you wish.
Fireball. There we
The
go.
winner is the Grey Warden. Heramont will be
Almost
pleased,
there.
Warden.
Almost back to it.
The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlick II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second.
Wouldn't you know it?
Master of all weapons, prisoner of none. Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin?
I love the design of that armor.
Grey
I think
Warden,
it's such a great look for
choose
dwarven
your
armor.
second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
I have no second.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
As I have the power of blood magic. Well, Uh-oh. Alright, so that man resisted it. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Why is he resisting everything? Get out of here. Uh-oh. Self-immolation, fireball! Defensive fireball! Oh god. No, not again. Ah. Alright. Alright, I had to do it. I had to do it because it's about time that I start heading out here, y'all. We're a little close to wrapping up time, and I got a boogie. So, thank you for joining. Raiders, appreciate you popping in, hanging out. Schedule is going to be a little wonky moving forward, just to throw it out there. The coming week, our normal 2-day time slot, again, just to say it, will not be the same. It's going to be Wednesday that I come back. Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays for like at least a week or two, yeah? And hopefully we'll get back to like streams having proper length too. I know it's been getting cut short a bit. You are tired, Hawk. Damn. Look at you messing things up here. We got a bunch of Dragon Age in the near future though. I do plan on keeping my promise. See you Wednesday. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Jade. It's fun as always. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, I got a boogie, so we'll continue Orzammar next Wednesday, or coming Wednesday. Oh, God, excuse me.